Hey guys, Crypto Haze here, back with yet another cryptocurrency video. Now, before I get started, real quick, I'm excited for football. Go Pack, go! Today we're going to talk about some cloud mining services. This is a subject that I've only lightly touched on in my first video, aside from some on free to start cloud mining. The reason is because I wanted to give it some time to get a good feel on the reliability and trustworthiness of some of these services. But before we get into that, I would like to thank all my viewers and subscribers. My channel is only 2 months old. I started it on July 4th, 2017. Today is September 6th. Whew, where am I? So a little over 2 months. And you guys have already pushed my channel to almost, actually we're over 150 subscribers, I think. No, 149 subscribers, and about 12,000 total views. So thank you guys so much. You guys rock. I really appreciate it, and I hope I can just continue to put out good material for you guys. As always, let me know, and I'll see what I can do to improve, or maybe talk about some things that I haven't talked about yet. So, alright, let's get down to business. So, just real quickly, what is cloud mining? First of all, mining in general refers to using computer hardware to help secure cryptocurrency networks. Basically, miners get rewarded for the work performed by their computers. Cloud mining is when you rent someone else's hardware for mining. Now there's some pros and cons involved with cloud mining. So the pros first: you don't need to research what hardware you need. You don't need to procure your hardware. You don't need to build a mining rig. You don't need to be concerned with replacing hardware if or when it goes bad. You don't need to research how much power you need. You don't need to possibly update your breaker box to accommodate the power requirements. You don't need to devise and implement a functional cooling solution. You don't need to research what's the best mining software to use. So those are all pros to cloud mining. You basically just give them some money and receive the mining rewards for the duration of the contract that you bought, usually minus a maintenance fee that they will charge you. The cons of cloud mining include: you don't have the ability to change what you're mining at a whim. You're usually stuck to a contract. You can always buy an additional contract, but you can't just take an existing contract and, change from mining Bitcoin to Ethereum. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Some let you change how you're paid out, but what the contract is actually mining does not change. You also don't get the fun challenge of building and maintaining a mining rig. And this is the big con. You have to have faith that they will honor their agreement so that you can get a return on your investment. So it's extremely important that you spend some time investigating the organization that you want to do cloud mining with. It's very, very important. Personally, I'm all about diversifying wherever possible. So I'm hardware mining and cloud mining, and right now I'm looking into investing in trading bots for cryptocurrency. Probably spend a few months doing that to see how it goes, and good or bad, I'll present my findings. So, alright, cloud mining services. What options are there? There's actually quite a few options that are available. First, let's go ahead and switch your view here. First is Genesis Mining. So Genesis Mining has been around probably longer than any of the others. They were founded at the end of 2013, and that's according to their About Us page. You can see that right there. There's a little bit of information about them here, and you can scroll down and see who the founders are. And additionally, this is one thing I like, is that they do actually let you see a little bit about their data centers. So you can look through some short videos here. Now this is only concerning their Iceland location. If you do any research on Genesis, you will find out that they have locations around the globe on many different continents. So they are definitely very diversified. Also, if you go on YouTube and look up Genesis Mining Iceland, I just did this before hitting record, and there's a couple of videos. This one is actually published today, and this is somebody who got to visit the Genesis mining farm in Iceland. We just hit play there.
Hey guys.
Skip ahead a little bit. See if we can get some juicy stuff. Here we go. You can tell there's a lot of hardware there. It's legitimate hardware. It's very loud in there. So, you know, that's an example of a legitimate person going out to Iceland and seeing the Genesis mining farm in person, actually working. So you can be pretty certain that Genesis mining is legit. How does it work? Well, basically, you sign up, you log in, you enter your wallet address, and you buy a contract. So they have, let's go to buy HashFlare. Currently they only have 2 contracts available. They are coming back with the Bitcoin contract, and that one is the one I personally like. That's the one that I have invested in so far. They did just recently have an early bird sale on their next Bitcoin mining contract that doesn't start up until October 31st or thereabouts. That's the estimated start date for it. I actually just now am noticing that they don't have that early bird available anymore. It was for a limited time, and I'm sure a lot of people jumped on it, as I did actually as well. Like I said, that one is an unlimited contract. It's for the lifetime of, as long as Bitcoin is still profitable to mine, that contract will remain working for you. These other 2, we've got Ether and Monero. Those are both 2-year contracts. Their pricing is pretty reasonable. So, for Genesis, the minimum buy-in for the Bitcoin contract, which is what I was going to talk about, is $30, and that gets you 0.2 terahashes of hashing power. You can pay with a credit card or debit card, or with Bitcoin. I highly recommend paying in Bitcoin, because if you pay with a credit or debit card, they start mining for you right away, but you do not get a payout until after 30 days, and that's to make sure that your credit or debit card order doesn't get canceled on them. So if you don't have Bitcoin, get Bitcoin. You can open up a wallet with Coinbase and buy Bitcoin right with them, and then you can use your Coinbase wallet to send it for payment of your mining contract. Or you can open an account with any one of the numerous cryptocurrency exchanges that exist. So, depending on variables such as mining difficulty, the price of Bitcoin, and the maintenance cost applied to your earnings, which with Genesis, the maintenance cost, which is applied to your earnings, is 28 cents per terahash per day. Your return on investment will vary, but it's usually about 6 months with Genesis. So say you put in $1,000 on a 2-year contract. It's going to take about 6 months to earn that $1,000 back, and then you still have 18 months that you are going to continue earning on that. In the case of a Bitcoin contract, it's a little bit different because they're open-ended. It goes for the lifetime. So what they say is, as long as Bitcoin is still profitable to mine, in other words, you can still mine more value in Bitcoin than what it costs in maintenance, the contract will remain in existence for you. Obviously, the more hash rate you purchase, the more coin you earn per day. Now, in Genesis, if we go to my orders, here's what I've put into it so far. It's not a lot. I haven't had a whole lot to invest yet, but that will be changing. So I've invested about $80 in two separate purchases, and then just recently, where is it? Not showing yet. Okay, so this is just showing what I purchased prior to the early bird contract. That's not actually showing here yet. Okay, so it's been about a little over 2 months that I've been invested in Genesis mining, and it's paid out about $33 so far. Let's just go to my dashboard for that. 35 so far. So if we say conservatively, that's $15 per month. So $80 divided by $15 is 5.3 months. So that's your return on investment. At least that would be mine right now as it stands. And after that, you just keep making money as long as mining Bitcoin remains profitable. And I expect it will remain profitable, you know, up to and beyond the year 2140. I'll talk about the year 2140 and why that's significant in a different video. That's a lot more about Bitcoin concept and theory. So this is about cloud mining, so we're just going to stick with that. So since I am talking about Genesis, I believe it's important to talk about what has happened with them recently and how they handled it. So I don't recall exactly what happened, but I believe it was about a month ago, Genesis did get hacked. Right, so a wallet or some of the wallets that they hold were compromised and currency was lost. No one lost any of their earnings. The mining continued to go unaffected. But Genesis was hit hard and payouts became delayed. Now this sort of thing, as you can imagine, could or would have sent other companies under, belly up, out of business, sorry, gone. So how did Genesis handle it? Well, first of all, they came right out on their Twitter page and let people know what happened and what their plan was to ensure everyone would still continue receiving their payouts. The payouts were delayed for a while, and actually I believe with Monero they might still be delayed, or maybe they just finally got that resolved. Then they were able to get payouts going about every 2 or 3 days instead of daily, which is what their normal is. And now for over a week, it's been paying out every day, as you can see here. Every day. So they're back to normal, and that's great. So they recovered and protected the investments of their users. And it's exactly this sort of thing that really helps to give me faith going forward in Genesis mining. See, they can get hit hard by a potentially catastrophic issue and manage to maintain, protect their users, and keep going. Alright, so next up is HashFlare. We've got them right here. This is the dashboard. HashFlare is commonly referred to as the second most reliable and trusted cloud mining service next to Genesis mining, at least until very recently. Now, HashFlare has been around since 2014. If we look about their About You page, they claim they have over 3 years of experience, and if you scroll down to the very bottom, they've got the copyright 2014 through 2017, and I know my ticker is kind of covering that up here. There. So you can see that right down here. So about 3 years. Put the ticker back on. And so they essentially work the same as Genesis with a few differences. So their minimum buy-in for their Bitcoin contract is only $2.40. If we go here and buy hash rate, shot to 56, slide over the minimum amount, and $2.40 USD. Their rate per terahash per second for Bitcoin is higher than Genesis, where Genesis is about $150 per terahash. HashFlare is about $240 per terahash. They do have other options as well, such as Ethereum, Dash, and Zcash. All their contracts are limited to only 1 year. Genesis has 2-year contracts. Currently, what is it? Ethereum and Monero that are currently available as 2-year contracts. And of course, when available, their Bitcoin contract is lifetime. With HashFlare, their Bitcoin contract is also limited to just 1 year. All their contracts are limited to 1 year. So, guys, up until recently, and I apologize, I'm going to kind of rant a little bit here. Up until recently, I really liked HashFlare because you could get it in small increments and at a good rate, and they also let you auto reinvest, which is nice if you want your earnings to earn you more earning power. But as of September 1st, 2017, they made major changes. Let's go ahead and see, this is the page. So the Bitcoin contract on HashFlare prior to September 1st used to be lifetime, and now it is limited to 1 year. Their rate per terahash has been doubled. So where it used to be $120 per terahash, which was better than what Genesis is offering currently, it is now $240 per terahash versus Genesis's $150. Their minimum buy-in was also doubled. It used to be $1.20 instead of $2.40. On top of that, they changed all their existing lifetime contracts to expire 1 year from the date of the change. So it seems their lifetime contract never really was lifetime. And they made all these changes with only a 1-day notice to their users. That's right, this notice came August 31st. August 31st. And the change took effect September 1st. So, really not impressed. So, if we look at my investment history, I have invested multiple times for a total of about $87, $88, somewhere around there, of my own Bitcoin, and allowed the auto reinvest feature to be enabled, which added another about $12 for a total of almost $100 invested. I have not taken a payout yet. In fact, as it happens, I had just invested the most recent $20 worth of hash rate the day before the news came out, so August 30th. The news came out August 31st, and the change took effect September 1st. So I have to say, because of this, I immediately turned off the auto reinvest. So just real quickly here, you can see these are my contracts. First one was for 0.17 terahashes, and then these are all auto reinvests for 0.01 terahash. More, another 0.17, more, a 0.9, and then that one. Oh no, that was my first one, so I got it backwards. Yep, this is the most recent one for an additional 0.17 terahash. And there's the date, August 30th. So, as I was saying, as you can see here, this is the auto reinvest happening. You reach the minimum amount to qualify for an auto reinvest, and it would just put it right back in to get you that additional 0.01 terahash, which is what you get for, or what you used to get for $1.20, now costs $2.40. So I turned off the auto reinvest, and as you can see now, I'm just letting it build up. My intention going forward is to just let this contract expire. Prior to this change, there was no expiry date on any of these, and now you can see it will expire August 31st of 2018. Not impressed. So anyway, at my current earning rate, which you can see is about 97 cents a day, I should still get my return on investment in about 3.5 months, which is not bad. Again, investing in HashFlare now is going to be double the cost. So, going forward, new contracts, you can expect it to be more like 7 months for your return on investment. And just an FYI, Genesis just sent an email out a couple days ago to let people know about that pre-buy-in option for their upcoming Bitcoin contract. And they additionally had this to say. Quite a few of our customers have had experiences with competitors turning to unpopular practices like changing contract terms mid-contract or adjusting prices. As we've received questions about this, I want to personally assure you that we do not have and will never add abusive clauses to our contracts. Genesis Mining is working on a long-term strategy, and therefore we don't base our prices on opportunity. Our contract will run for as long as it is profitable and under the terms we initially agreed on. And on another note, they're considering adding Bitcoin Cash to their portfolio, and will update as time goes. So I think we can be reasonably assured that Genesis Mining will not attempt to pull anything similar to what HashFlare has done. Alright, done. So sorry for the rant. So basically, if you really feel the need to diversify your cloud mining, HashFlare is still an option. I will be providing links for both Genesis and HashFlare down in the description. With Genesis, if you use my code, you will get 3% off of any contract purchase or contract upgrade that you make using that promo code. If the promo code doesn't validate the first time you try it again. Hit validate a second time. It doesn't always validate the first time you hit the button. It's a small bug, but not a big deal. It confuses some people, but it always works. Alright. Alright, so the next one I want to talk about just real quickly, because I really don't know much about these guys, is Hashing24. Let me just sign in here real quick. So this one, like I said, I really don't know much about this one yet. This is one that I'm looking into investing with, because like I said, I like to diversify, and this one has been around for a while, as far as I understand. Not nearly as long as Genesis or HashFlare. But they seem to be reputable, and they actually offer, so it looks like I have a contract here. It says active mining in progress, but it's a demo contract, mining demo. They actually let you create a fake mining account, so that you can go in and see what it's going to do for you. So my fake mining contract started August 20th, and so you can see this is the mining for that particular day, this is the maintenance cost for that particular day, and what would have been the profit for that particular day, and so on. So here's what my fake contract would have costed if it wasn't fake, the date that I started it, the hash power that it got me, and so on. I'm not going to go into comparing numbers to numbers with this one right now, because I'm going to give it some time. I'm probably going to go ahead and invest, and then we'll crunch some real numbers, and I'll get back to you guys on that one. So this one is an option. If you're interested, I'll provide a link to this one as well. And super quickly, let's so real quickly, I'm going to mention several free to start cloud mining services. Some of these I've talked about before, some of them I have not. So CryptoStar right here, gone. Fleeks, gone. NanoHash, gone. Millhash, attempting to load, it's gone. Right? Microhash, gone. Alright. Bitfire, now let me go ahead and log into, actually we're not going to do that. So Bitfire is still around. Problem with them is their free hash rate, which I don't even remember how much that was now. It expires after only a few days. So they don't even let you take the free hash rate and mine hashing power or reinvest the little bit of coin that you would have gotten from that. You get to see it hashed for a couple of days and then it stops. So not too thrilled with that one. Hash spaces, I'll go ahead and log into this one real quick. 038 So this one has not been around for very long, maybe a month. Brand spanking new. You can see down here, 2017, started this year. I think probably July of this year is when it started. They do offer numerous coins that you can mine. They do give you a free hash rate to start off with. I have not invested because, like I said, this is still new. I don't know if they're going to stick around or just disappear like all the rest of them that I previously mentioned. But so far, you know, they start you with 1 gigahash. I'm up to 1.67. Ooh, huge, ginormous. But all I'm doing is mining Dogecoin and then exchanging it for gigahash, just as a test. I won't take this seriously unless it's, you know, maybe a year or 2 years from now, if it's still kicking. So we'll see. Then there's this one, Start Miner. This one is also very new. I don't know what to think about it. They want you to buy these plans. The cheapest one is 0.005 BTC, going all the way up to 1 BTC, which, Bitcoin right now is worth, what is it, $4,600? So that plan would cost you $4,600 to get in. So they're claiming that I have an earning rate of 0.0000004 BTC per minute, or 0.0006 BTC per day. And they're claiming that this is my current balance. This one, I don't think I've been in for even a month. But says it right here, it was launched 356 days ago, so not even a year. We'll see if I can eventually withdraw. I believe the minimum to withdraw is 0.002, so I'm relatively close. If that's successful, I'll probably do an update. But until then. And then finally, there is Eobot. I've done other videos on Eobot, so I'm not going to go a whole lot into it, but they've been around since 2013. If you go under Resources and News, you can scroll down to their very first news update. 2013, founded Eobot. Right? And just an update, if you've watched my other videos touching on Eobot, I forget where I was when I did my last video showing this, but I am now currently up to 132 gigahashes, and that is still using the same method that I've laid out in my other videos. My goal here is to get up to at least 1,000 gigahash before I actually start using it for mining. I am only mining gigahashes on this. I'm just building it up. Currently it's up to earning about 11.5 cents per day. I'd like to get that a little higher, something that would actually be worthwhile. So anyway, guys, I apologize if this was a long video. I do hope you guys found it helpful. If so, please like, share, and subscribe. If not, please let me know why down in the comments. I do appreciate any and all critique. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask down in the comments. I do my best to respond to any questions that show up there. If you do care to donate to the channel, there are crypto addresses that you can send to down in the description. If you do send anything to one of those addresses, please let me know down in the comments so that I can ensure that it gets put into improving the channel. Alright, so thanks again, guys. Until next time, be cool.